The floodwaters of Hurricane Florence are unleashing a toxic slurry of hog waste. North Carolina's swollen river basins are home to thousands of hog and poultry farms and 4,000 lagoons filled with hog waste. The state's Department of Environmental Quality says at least 110 of them are leaking into floodwaters or are likely to start leaking soon.
Yes, there are some problems today, but the concern is what's happening or what's going to happen over the next few days as all this heavy rain floods its way downstream.
2 years ago, the waters that followed Hurricane Matthew flooded 14 lagoons, but none breached. As the floodwaters of Florence continue to rise, environmental officials say this time the worst is yet to come.
We did see a couple facilities today that were already in serious trouble. They were surrounded by water, their lagoons were surrounded by water, their spray fields were completely covered up. The situation is not good, but it's not good today, but it's likely to get much worse throughout the rest of the week as these waters start to get to their flood level.
North Carolina has 9.7 million pigs that produce 10 billion gallons of manure each year. President Trump has promised federal aid for the recovery, but once the groundwater becomes polluted, that job becomes much more difficult. And if ingested, the excess nitrates in hog waste can cause blue baby syndrome, a potentially fatal condition in which a child's blood cells are deprived of oxygen. The storm has already proved fatal to 5,500 pigs and 3.4 million chickens and turkeys. Another environmental hazard, coal ash, which contains toxic substances like mercury and arsenic that can pollute waterways, drinking water, and the air. North Carolina's Duke Energy Company reported that enough coal ash has spilled near the city of Wilmington to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool. The state's environmental managers say North Carolina's pollution problem is likely to grow worse as the floodwaters continue to rise. Hendren, Al Jazeera.